I just want to urge all you seniors who don't want to become a burden to somebody else. Give up sugar, tobacco, and alcohol. Now, the sugar takes care of quite a few other sinful foods that cause obesity and whatever. But that's one reason why I've remained so perky long enough to be everybody else's caretaker when they died from one of these three addictions. I didn't give up sugar for a long time. There's no telling what I could have become if I'd had a handle on sugar. But a few years ago, when my son gave it up, my youngest son, who needed to do something because he developed diabetes. He was overweight and developed diabetes. So, like the smart guy he is, he did something drastic. You'll see my video on here where he shocked the family first by going on a 21-day fast. It's funny, I don't remember him doing anything that worried me more. I was so afraid of going without a meal at that time, because when I was a kid, we'd have to fast. We'd try to fast for Fast Sunday once a month. And I just dreaded it because I probably had hypoglycemia and I would get sugar lows. And, our diet was just atrocious, just absolutely jammed with sugar. Because my mother, had a store, and we would steal candy along with all the other sugar we ate at all our meals, and we would make desserts. That was our favorite thing to do. And then we would eat desserts wherever we went, a lot like people do nowadays. And they just feed us seniors sugar, sugar, sugar everywhere we go. So anybody who's addicted to sugar is just going to have a feast, an absolute feast. In fact, that's the part I hated the worst about working in the video room in the snack shop, because every single thing we sold was very bad for people. And I would say in the meetings, a couple of times I said, I don't think we should be selling at a lower, at a cut rate cost stuff that's bad for people to raise money for our little whatever. Oh, you'd have thought I'd said blasphemy. Oh, that's terrible. Everybody just, and I thought, oh dear, addicted to sugar. And sometimes don't even know that you're running sugar if you don't go and have your blood tested to see if you are. And some people are afraid to even do that for fear. But I have to say that I've been the caretaker now of, my dad, who smoked, had emphysema, and he also had the effects of alcoholism. Whether he had sugar, I don't know, because he wasn't, he'd been very active, so the only thing that saved him was he was so physically active that, and he still died at 64. And then I had a companion who died at 64. He was addicted to everything: alcohol, tobacco, and sweets, and painkillers. And I took him to the doctor. I went with him to the doctor for a full year before he dared track down what was really wrong with him, which was cancer of the lungs. And that is a very common end to smokers, is cancer of the lungs. So, oh dear, boy, that was a tough one. And then I had the the different experience of taking care of someone who died of cirrhosis of the liver directly caused by alcohol, because he did not smoke. So it was purely alcohol that killed him. And he was 6 years younger than I am. He died 2 years ago. And it's just, and the owners of the Westward Ho have really done us a favor by changing this building to smoke-free. So that means that all the smokers have got to go outside, or they're in violation of the rules. So this is a wonderful incentive, I would say, to quit smoking. Now, I have a son, Raymond, who quit drinking, and I used to ask his companion, have you ever seen a guy quit smoking more than Raymond and me? She said, no, I haven't. But I hope that he's managed to quit smoking too. And if he's in pretty good shape physically, not too heavy, he's been fighting the battle with food. It can always get a big grip on you, since we have to eat to live. But he told me, he gave me hope. He told me that he was going to, just a few days ago, that he thought he was going to come back to Phoenix. Now, he changes his mind. One time he'll say he's not, and then he'll say he is. And I've been telling him that all these people that have moved into Maricopa County need him. And they need his talent. Because I believe that he'd have he's got a good job, but he needs to come where there's a lot of people who haven't seen his plays. They don't know what he can do. He said, I'm a theater animal. And I believe it. I believe it, because I worked with him in theater and went to all his productions when he lived in Phoenix. He spent 14 years doing original theater, a unique accomplishment. Then he went to Metro Arts, Charter High School, taught theater there for 10 years, and encouraged the writing of new plays among the young. So I just think it's a great time for him to come back. We have a new artistic director of the Arizona Theater Company, who has announced in his publicity blurb that he intends to develop the new play competition. There used to be a new competition of new plays, which I would submit to. But this kind of got, it sort of fell to the wayside, I thought, and so I'm hoping that he will actually have a competition where Southwest writers in the area can submit plays and inspire him to do some plays coming right out of our area, which I think would be fantastic, and which I think original state theater should do, because this theater company goes to Tucson as well as Utah, as Phoenix. So it would just be wonderful if we got an artistic director who did do more plays originating, portraying life as we live it today in the Southwest. So I just think I am just so happy that he is again thinking very hard about coming to Phoenix. So I'm getting ready. I'm going to be perky enough. Well, I could even act, I think. I could even perform. That's what going off sugar has done for me. I have more stamina than I did when I was slowly, it was slowly consuming me, shortening my life. But now, really, believe me, you give up sugar, you get and start losing that weight, you'll feel like a new person. You're rejuvenated. There's all kinds of things you can do. Why, you'll be regarded as a miracle, and all you've done is eat sensibly instead of gobbling up all the sugar you can get all day long. Around here, it's everywhere. Everybody's serving you sugar. So you have to be real strong. You have to get up saying no, no, no. You have to push. You have to. But just think. You'll be burying everybody instead of being buried yourself. So, that's what I'm saying to all seniors. Give up that sugar. And now I'm getting ready to go out to lunch with my sister from Utah, who is coming with her daughter from San Francisco. So we're going to have a wonderful time, but we're going to Thai Bethel. We're going to eat very well, and I'm sure, I know Thai food is very good for you.